It's Boatsy Boating, Fish, and Fishing. You're on the dock with Rick Smith, brought to you by Marine Outlet of Temple, your Central Texas just-add-water boat dealer for Starcraft family deck boats, powered by Yamaha four-stroke outboards. This news from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. They want to remind hunters that Texas hunting season kicks off for teal on September the 20th, and for the first time in nearly 20 years, Texas waterfowl hunters will face a shortened early season. The waterfowl breeding populations and habitat surveys conducted by the United States Fish and Wildlife Service and the Canadian Wildlife Services in May of 2024 estimated the blue-winged teal breeding population at 4.55 million birds, a 15% decline and the lowest estimate in 2 decades. The Wildlife Service requires a minimum population of 4.7 million birds to authorize a full 16-day season. The most important May survey showed an even lower estimate of 4.4 million blue-winged teal, which is 13% below the long-term average. Unfortunately, hunters can also expect another shortened season next year during the 2026-2027 hunting season. Blue-winged teal, the second most abundant duck in North America and the primary species targeted during Texas' early teal season, have faced tough conditions on their northern breeding grounds. Prolonged drought in key areas of Canada and the Dakotas has reduced habitat quality and nesting success, leading to population declines. While it's disappointing to see the decreased hunting season, teal remain an important and resilient species, said Kevin Cray, waterfowl program leader for the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Hunters can still expect fair opportunity this September, especially where wet conditions earlier in the summer have provided good habitat locally. Habitat conditions are on the drier side across Texas following a wet summer. Drought conditions in central Texas restricted irrigation water for the state's rice prairies and left landowners reliant on rainfall to fill wetlands and fields. Hunters can expect teal to concentrate in the areas where irrigation or groundwater are available. Despite the challenges, CREA indicates hunters can still anticipate an average teal season in Texas this fall. Local wet conditions earlier this summer should hold the birds in many areas, he added. Hunters also who scout areas and adapt to shifting conditions will likely find good success. The 9-day statewide 2025 early teal season in Texas will run from September 20th through September 28th. The daily bag limit on teal is 6, with a possession limit of 18. Parks and Wildlife wants to remind migratory bird hunters that they need to make sure they have the Harvest Information Program, better known as HIP, certified and confirm the HIP questions are answered correctly. HIP surveys allow biologists to get an accurate sample of migratory game bird hunters for the federal waterfowl surveys and can deliver harvest surveys to selected participants later in the year. Hunters should purchase their 2025-2026 Texas hunting license prior to hitting the field. In addition, teal and waterfowl hunters will also need a migratory game bird endorsement, a federal duck stamp, and, of course, the HIP certification. It's also required by law that hunters have proof of their completion of a hunter education course or to be grandfathered in. The Duck Stamp Modernization Act of 2023 modified provisions of the Migratory Bird Hunting and Conservation Stamp, commonly referred to as the Duck Stamp, now allowing an individual to electronically carry a stamp, better known as the E-Stamp, for the entire waterfowl hunting season. A physical federal duck stamp will be mailed to each E-Stamp purchaser after the hunting season begins, March the 10th, in 2026. Hunters can find teal season dates, regulations, bag limits, and more on this year's Outdoor Annual. Hunters can also access digital copies of their license via the Outdoor Annual and the Texas Hunting and Fish app. Anyone hunting on Texas public hunting lands must purchase an annual public hunting permit. Texas has more than 1 million acres of land for public access. More information about these lands and locations can be found on the Texas Parks and Wildlife website. Hunters using public lands can complete their on-site registration via the Texas Hunt and Fish application on their phones. The Parks and Wildlife website is tpwd.texas.gov. This is Rick Smith on the dock. Wish you clear horizons, fair winds, and tight lines.